Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Birdtross, and I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is Thaumcraft 6? This is episode 17, and the sun is rising on a beautiful day here in the overworld. We have a new pathway, rail line, whatever you want to call it, that I'm currently trying to set up. That's basically rerouted. Instead of going in here, it comes from around here. We've also got a new one that I'm planning to put in this spot here. Let's see if we can get on the inside and take a look at that. Head on in here, and that goes in here. This is the hidden level that I have for the librarians that I'm planning on putting downstairs. And that particular line that we just saw comes in here. So currently I have a sort of a temporary solution where they get routed down from that that spot up there, but yeah, we're planning to rip this out and have their own dedicated rail line. This room we've seen before, and this just goes over to the breeder. Looks like we've got a few new guys in there. We'll need to process them at some point. What else is going on here? Yeah, let's head around here. I'm planning on actually, I think I'm going to end up removing this area, to be honest, because it just doesn't, there's not enough space in this area for what I want to do. I want to have a rail line over here, and I was trying to do some redstone trickery here. There's actually a piston underneath here, and this is sitting on a powered rail. So when you press this button here, this is supposed to send you off, is what I was trying to do, with limited success. But the problem is that this is all like very close to the, oh boy, can I get out of here? I have parkoured this before. There we go. You can make that jump. Yeah, this is all connected into the this village area that's over here. Where is it? I've lost it now. Oh my goodness. Now here it is. Yeah, this area over here is one of the new expansions, but I think I'm just going to rip this out because that'll give us some more space to put in like little redstone devices and stations and that sort of thing. What I want to have is something discreet like this on the outside, just kind of in the middle of a walkway here. And this goes up into the enchanting room there. It just, from the outside, it looks a lot nicer to have the station right here. Whereas if you put it up a few more blocks, it just kind of looks a little weird when it's right underneath there. But here is just kind of a natural cavity in the mountain, so I think that's a good spot to put a station. Yeah, and we've got a new window up here as well that I decided to buff out. Currently working on replacing this staircase. This staircase is one of the few surviving objects from when we first made this base. This is the original staircase here, but I am planning on moving it out properly so that we can have cool little things like this window here. So this will probably go up a little bit higher. I'm thinking I want to put another room in somewhere up here that might be exposed instead of hanging down underneath that area over there. We've got the Levitator there. And what I'm starting to do here as well is put in a storage room here. I've just kind of got the bare essentials going here. I've kind of been hollowing this out. All this cobblestone that you see is the edge of the mountain. I've just been kind of digging and experimenting. And I found this view right here. There's a lovely view here. So I'm thinking I want to put in a giant window here, because why would you cover this up? This beautiful view that's out here. Why would you cover that up if you knew that was out there? So yeah, I would like to put a big window in here, and we might even just completely tear this part out, because yeah, this just kind of loops back in a little bit weird. So I might just chop this out completely, have like a glass floor or something. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't decided on that yet. So yeah, I'm just moving some of my bulk item storage to this location. That's kind of what's happening at the moment. Something that we got done during today's live stream is if we head down below, we have a new redstone contraption in the world. Pa-pow! If you're following me on Instagram, you already saw the sneak peek screenshot of this. This is a sugarcane farm that uses observers. Observers, this is the first time I've actually used observers in Minecraft, believe it or not. So the observers are kind of like a block update detector, a bud switch from back in the day. And now it's just an official block in the game. Whenever a sugarcane grows, this observer emits a redstone signal that powers the piston, and that breaks off the... oh, perfect timing! That breaks those off, and some of them do get stuck on the land here, unfortunately. But most of them make their way into this chest here. And the cool thing about this design is that it's pretty tileable. Pretty tileable. I've got a slab right here, and I've put ice underneath the water here. If I actually start moving, you should be able to see that ice there now. So there's ice all underneath here. And what that allows is for the items to just skip right over this middle block here and go underneath. And they can go underneath slabs. You see that that guy landed in here. We had 22, now we've got 23 in there. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. I've just been kind of keeping tabs on this. I was a little bit concerned about the noise pollution from this guy, but that's the first time I've actually heard this thing fire naturally since I built it. So that's a quick little update on the physical builds that are happening in the world. One final thing before we get going with Thaumcraft today is that I would like to actually replace all these blocks with slabs, just so that they're a little bit thinner. You can put rails on the top of slabs, which is pretty awesome. Alright, when we last left Thaumcraft, we were making the Infusion Matrix. We're trying to make the Infusion Matrix. Yeah, so the next part of it was the recipe here. So we're going to need a whopping 150 V, 6 of the different types of V crystals, 4 arcane stone bricks. What are these? Right, yeah, these are the advanced version, the stone bricks. So not just the regular stone blocks. You're also going to need any color of neat ore. Okay, so I'll go ahead and find ourselves a spot to craft this and be right back. Alrighty, we have found our chunk. It turns out it's just right here. We can actually look inside. It's 176.6, and sure enough, when we check in the workbench, that holds true there. So that is really awesome to see that that's just right there, but that's still only just barely enough to hold all this. 142 without discounts. Boom! A new recipe unlocked, apparently. Yes, let's go ahead and scan this guy. Oh, wow. Lots of research available on that. That's awesome. You really love to see that. Okay, that is the Runic Matrix made. Let's go ahead and complete this research step. To even get started with infusion crafting, there are several things I'll need. The Runic Matrix, which I now have, Arcane Pedestals, and a ready supply of magic in the form of Essentia. Oh dear. Once you have your Runic Matrix properly placed into a structure commonly known as an Infusion Altar, you can begin to craft. The altar is crafted with the use of Silice Mundus, like most other mystical structures. Once the pillars are formed, the Runic Matrix can be activated using a casting tool. The central pedestal located under the matrix is where the item you wish to infuse will go. You'll also need several more pedestals placed around the altar where you can place the blocks and items you wish to infuse into the target object. Lastly, you'll need watered jars or similar essentia containers holding the requisite amount of V. Once all this is gathered, you can click on the Runic Matrix with a casting tool to start the crafting process. Oh my gosh, more. During the first stage of crafting, essentia will be drained from nearby sources. Crafting will stall if there's insufficient essentia available, something that you do not want and will be explained on following pages. Once all the required essentia has been infused into the target object, the other objects will have their essential essence drained. Only when this is done will the crafting process complete. Infusion crafting is not without risks. The entire process involves forcing vast energies into a single object. Unpredictable things tend to happen. Usually, one of the infusion objects gets knocked off of the pedestal or flux gets generated, but more catastrophic events are not unheard of. The longer crafting continues due to unresolved problems like lack of V or dropped items, the greater the chance of something bad happening. These effects can be reduced by various means. Firstly, you wish to keep the entire fusion structure as symmetrical as possible. Take careful note of where you place pedestals and make sure they're balanced with other pedestals on the opposite side of the altar. And radial symmetry is what Azanor's looking for here, not like mirror symmetry, radial symmetry. Okay, when placing fusion items into them, you may wish to keep them balanced as well. Lastly, you can place occult paraphernalia around the altar in symmetrical formations, things like candles, skulls, etc. These will have the effect of reducing instability. Indeed they do. Do we actually have tallow candles yet? Not yet, do we? We haven't made this yet. Oh, I got stuck on this because I didn't have a slime ball. I could actually finish this now, couldn't I? Oh, no, we have the... No, you can actually make these now. Okay, we got the recipe for this. But, oh, yeah, we actually got all these recipes. Wow. Like, you can duplicate this? I kind of forgot about that. Okay, well, anyway. Let's see, the next step of the infusion here. Oh, it's actually finished. We actually finished infusion here, so that leaves us the recipe of this. The Arcane Pedestal, which requires a lot of arcane stone, 6 slabs of 1 arcane stone, 10V as well, okay. And then the mystical construct here, the Infusion Altar, 8 arcane stone, 1 arcane pedestal, oh really? So we can take that off. Oh, I see, the pedestal's in the middle, okay. Okay, and then obviously the matrix there on top. It's not our first time making one of these bad boys, so we can go ahead and get started with that. Someone was asking in the comments of the last video where I was actually going to be putting the Infusion Altar, and I was thinking of this area right here where that chest is actually, that's my project dirt chest. We're actually almost finished dirting this place up. I was just looking at the first episode of the series again just to see how much progress we've made on Project Dirt, and it's a lot. Sort of about this area here is what was covered in dirt when we first came here, and well, we've almost got it beautified here. Oh, we can actually take this guy down now. No pollutants here. So yeah, we need to go ahead and craft up the Infusion Altar here. I think we'll busy ourselves with the rest of that for today's episode. I should have plenty of stone going spare. Indeed I do. I even have a few of those. Cool. So it's just 1 of these and 6 of those guys to get the pedestal. Super duper simple. It couldn't be simpler. Well, I guess it could. Anything to scan here? You'll be amazed. The sort of things I find that I've never scanned before in this game. We also need bunch of these, and that's actually us good. It said we need some Silice Mundus, so... Oh wow, I'm down to my last piece. We better get the spot that we want this in right. Oh my gosh. And let's get a few of these going as well here. We probably want about... I mean, 8 is a fairly good number to get us started. 8 pedestals. Let's see. Well, like really just enough stone for all that. And we're actually going to need to make some more here, aren't we? Was that recipe, the multi-block structure, was that? Yeah, that was just arcane stone, not bricks this time around. Gotcha. I forget if it's clean stone or if it's cobblestone that you need for this recipe. Now we've got plenty of these spare crystals here now. I'm like drowning in extra Potentia crystals. If I could use up some of those, that would be great. Okay, yeah, this doesn't even use V, this recipe, which is the coolest part. Alright, and then you get bonus stone as well. Let's put these away. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and head down there. I'm thinking we're probably going to have to move the Project Dirt chest. Why do I have a bunch of saddles in here? This is fishing loot. I must have accidentally left this in here. Okay. Yeah, I have been doing a lot of fishing. I actually took a break mid-recording session here because it started raining. I was like, oh, time to go do some fishing, and, well, we've kind of got a lot of items from fishing now. A lot of items. I'm slowly running out of space here. I've got a 4th chest in already. Okay, and let's see if I don't know if I have enough space in my inventory for all this dirt. I mean, it's not a huge issue, actually. We can just move this chest over slightly. But yeah, we basically just want to round this off. Yes, we should just be able to pick all that up. There we go. Better than having it fart all over the ground. Yeah, so we're just going to take off this top level of soil here. Of course, this was all stone when we first came here. So naturally, everything underneath is, of course, freaking stone. Well, that's fun. It actually looks like there's a little bit of dirt here, which is nice. It's going to save us a few dirt blocks here. Or grass, as the case may be. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and quickly get this down here. Have I got my... Yeah, let's get just my efficiency 5 pick here. Man, I've already repaired this thing today. And it is already back down to almost empty again. Oh, you know, there's something that I need to show you, actually, just while I'm deciding to not cut the episode for some reason. I should have showed this when I was at the start of the episode again, but I have a new walkway here. We've got this pillar here in the middle. I'm planning on putting an Arcane Levitator right here, so that we can go up the pillar. And these stairs go down here, and this just leads down into another way down into the sugarcane farm here. I'm planning on having a big industrial area down here. I want to have all of our serious pants farms, wheat farms, mob farms, all those sorts of things are going to be happening down here. And then top side is where we're going to beautify the place with, you know, tall grass and trees and all that fun stuff. I think that scene from the start of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you know, the Gene Wilder movie, where they go into the first part of the factories for the first time, and then a song starts playing, and there's just like a bunch of like colourful trees everywhere. That's kind of what I'm thinking of doing here. Maybe not quite as extravagant as that, but, you know, that's the sort of idea that I want to have for this area. We can let the rest of that dirt just go ahead and grow off camera. We've got plenty of cobblestone here. I'm like drowning in cobblestone. Oh, where was the center of this? I should have made a note of that. Okay, I just want to like, I do want to get the placement of this pretty spot on, so let's back up here. Let's see. Whereabouts do we want this? Sort of, yeah, about there-ish is pretty good. Right next to where those cobbles are. Dirt, please don't turn to grass. I'm looking right at you. Okay. Yeah, so this guy right here. The Blammo. Okay, that is going to be our Infusion Altar. It actually is pretty dark right here, but we should be alright, seeing as I'm right here. So I'll put these down for these dudes. Okay, and what was the final part of the structure? It was obviously the Runic Matrix, but it's just there's an empty space in the middle, right? Yeah, it looks like it's just an empty space. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We can work with that. We'll just temporarily toss down some blocks. Okay. And get the Runic Matrix on top. Oh, what's the state 0 gain per cycle? The heck does that mean? I've never seen that before in my life. I'm assuming that that's an add-on for Thaumcraft that's doing that, but I don't know. Well, all the blocks are ready to go here. Toss on the Salis Mundus, and there we go. Alright, you just completed Thaumcraft. Congratulations. Azanor would be proud of you. Let's pick up what stone we can. Yeah, it doesn't look like this emits its own light. Alright, so I'll have to put down a light source or two here. Thanks to this overlay lighting mod, you gotta love it. Looks a little bit funky. Why isn't this thing spinning around like in previous mods? Versions of this mod anyway. I guess we'll find out at some point. Let's get this these guys down too. So about 2 blocks away. Just try and keep it nice and symmetrical. Let's do this sort of like that. 2, yeah, so this is what I normally do when I build these. I'm pretty sure. There we go. And just one more over here. Bablamo. Alright. So how does that look from afar? Let's see here. That look okay? It doesn't feel like it's quite in the middle of this. Yeah, I could probably move this over a few blocks. Doesn't feel quite in the middle of this area, but yeah, this is sort of what we want to go for. We might actually even have some stone bricks on the ground here. Sort of try something similar to what we had in the what was it? The TC5 world, where it was sort of like a ruined sort of feel, but not quite as extreme as that. I just want to have a little bit of something. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I can see like weird stuff on the glass and the shaders. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and move this off camera. I think I'll have to make some more Silice Mundos, because we're almost out of that now. But yeah, like, shall we try crafting something here? Infusion boosting, what the heck? Oh my gosh, we'll check that out later. This stuff probably doesn't require infusion. Yeah, this is all pretty advanced stuff. We should probably save that for actual dedicated episodes, to be honest. Well, there's a little bit of runtime left, so I do want to get something else here that's just kind of on its own. I did see something before, didn't I? Yeah, Enchanting. Oh my god, there's a new tab over here. What the heck? Okay, this is all new. Alright. Oh, there is this here, actually. Hedge Alchemy. We can actually complete this now. Yeah, let's go ahead and head back into the other Wizard Tower here and wrap this research up. Okay, so it turns out for this alchemy, I thought you just needed the 4 items in your inventory, but it turns out these actually need to be crafted, so we need to actually do this duplication recipe here. So 5 alchemia, 10 yeast, 10 peridotio. Ironically enough, the easiest place to get that, can't see it from there, is just from gunpowder itself. So it's probably a little bit inefficient, but you know, we actually, honestly, we need a little bit of flux in this chunk for that research. So, I mean, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world if we just let a little bit of flux escape here and there. I'm just going to keep throwing this in. Oh. There you go. So, we used 1. We got 2 back. Did that work? Okay, we did kind of cheat the system there. So we do have a few slime balls now too. I was mining around in our little mine shaft down there, and I did find a slime, so let's see if we can make this bad boy. Let's get all these out. So I think we just want to do that. There you go. That's so cheaty. But hey, it works. And let me guess, the ink sac 2, 2, and 5. Well, please. Yeah, buddy. Okay, this wasn't as nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. The tricky part for us was just grabbing the slime balls. We don't have any swamps near here. It's pretty tricky for us to actually find slime balls, but we did finally get them here, and there you go. Job done. We started with all of these, and we just, you know, we won. Okay, oh no, we need to do more now. Oh my gosh. Some things you simply have to craft from scratch. All I need is a base material to add essentia to. And with a bit of luck, I can manufacture a few relatively common but annoying to get materials. Oh yeah. So, oh wow, this really teaches us a lot of stuff here. Okay, so for this, we can use 5 aqua to turn dirt into clay. I don't know if I'll be using that one at the moment. I really love my dirt for Project Dirt at the moment. String. We can make string out of wheat. Okay, that's a little bit strange. I can make cobwebs out of string with some winkaloom. Okay. And a lava bucket. Oh wait, I can make lava. Whoa. Okay, this mod just got pretty awesome. Because lava's a pretty good fuel source if you're using like vanilla furnaces, but alright. Yeah, just give me a couple minutes to get this alchemy set up, and we'll be back. Okay, I decided to take the easy way out on this, and by that I mean I'm just going to be using V crystals. I did do a little bit of just dissolving here to put through a few pieces of coal in, got some more bestia, you know, fabric and all that sort of stuff. So the first one is dirt here. We actually want to not throw the dirt in first, my god. Bish bash bosh, there's your clay, you bastard. That might actually be a unique for me. No, that's not a unique. I have found clay before, thank goodness. Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot of clay in here. Wow, didn't even realize that. Alright, next step here. What is the next one? Not the workbench. String here, so. Well, we make that with wheat. 5 bestia, 1 fabrico. Alrighty. Throw that on down. Bish bash bosh, job done. Nice, that's the next one of those out of the way. Cobwebs is made with 5 winkaloom. I actually dissolved some, not trapdoors, what do you call those, these doors? Fence gates, yeah. Dissolved a few fence gates to get this. And that was made with string, wasn't it? Yeah, so you can make string from wheat, and then you can make cobwebs from string. So you could set up some bizarro factory to turn wheat into cobwebs, right? I know people in the comments were asking about the Moonshine Distillery that we had back in the day, asking if that was coming back. And something like that, you know what? I feel like that is a really cool build. So that'd be awesome to make that. And that is definitely going to be a unique for us. Because there's no other way to get cobwebs in this game other than that away. So cobwebs is actually really nice. We'd be able to use these like decoratively. Theoretically, we could like make smokestacks coming out of the alchemy lab. I don't know. Something weird. Alright, and there's one final thing to go here, isn't there? The lava bucket. This is a really cool one, actually. Actually, just being able to make that. Well, I've got this, and we just need an empty bucket for this one. Let's just empty this, and I have plenty of terra crystals. That's why I didn't worry about making any. Let's just double check that recipe, but I'm pretty sure we've got it. Yeah, 15 and 5. Awesome. Okay. Let's throw all these in. And nice. There you go. Lava bucket. Ho! Completely for free. That is a pretty freaking special. I've actually got a few of these around now. Yeah, having a way to generate lava is... I mean, like, you could make, like, an obsidian factory at that point and build out of obsidian if you wanted. That'd be kind of cool. And I think that's it for this this research here now. Let's hopefully finish this now. Yes! For now, my study... Excuse me. For now, my studies are complete, but who knows what other wondrous discoveries I'll make in the future. Indeed. Wow, we learned a lot of things in this particular research that took us 3 months to finally get. But that unlocks here the Everfull Urn and Liquid Death. Ooh. Liquid Death. I never played around with this before, so that could be fun to try at some point. But you'll have to come back in a future episode if you want to see that. So yeah, we have the Infusion Altar now, but we don't have any of the infrastructure set up to run it here yet. We haven't really delved into Essentia too much, basically just the bare essentials. I wanted to save most of that for when we eventually get round to setting up the alchemy lab here. But one thing I do know that I think that I want is like some sort of rail line from the Infusion Altar over into the Infusion Lab. Like, this flat wall here is going to have a lot of rail lines coming out of it, probably, for all kinds of items coming from different parts of the world, and obviously tracks for players, and it's all going to be a heap of fun, and you guys will have to tune in to check it out. Thanks everybody for checking out today's episode of TC6, starting in the way, or rather ending in the way that we started, starting in the way that we ended. That's not how that works. Cool, be sure to check out the social medias and check out the live stream as well to catch TC6 live here. Have yourselves an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one.